Never thought I'd cook side by side with a dwarf.
What about side by side with a House Mac Patreon supporter?
Give us the music, Johnny!
Feeling alive in myself. Don't know if I can tell all of you. Feeling alive in myself. Don't know if I can tell all of you.
Who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Talion from Shadow of Mordor.
Who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character in the movies?
I guess Legolas.
Okay, fair enough. I'm a big Aragorn fan.
I do love Aragorn. It's just the fact that he's a human. That's
fair.
Because like when elves and orcs and halflings exist, why be a human?
Fair.
As if it was his choice.
Idiot.
Fucking scrub.
So we had the idea of doing a video later on, the Eat Like Adventurers.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So I think to warm up for that, we should do a cooking video.
Yeah.
And we should cook like Lembas bread.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
So Lembas bread, for those who don't know, is a it's kind of just like a sweet hardtack. It's really not super crazy. There's only a few ingredients.
Yeah.
It's just honey, butter, and flour.
Have you ever made bread before?
I've made bread tons of times.
I've never made bread.
So for those who don't know, I actually went to culinary school. I have a degree in culinary arts. I know a lot about cooking. I would like to do most of the cooking here if Chance and Kelly would let me, but they don't. I did a lot of baking in culinary school.
Yeah.
So I made a lot of bread, a lot of pies, and that was kind of like my favorite part of it. So this should be fun.
I've never made bread. I've cooked like a lot of other stuff. My mom's super Southern.
Yeah.
So she like taught me how to cook like Southern stuff that's not good for you.
Your mom's the sweetest.
We're gonna make Lembas bread today.
All right, so the first thing you're going to need to do is preheat your oven to 325 degrees. I've already done that, so my oven's already there, but yours will take a little bit, and you can use that time to prepare everything. So the first thing you need to do is you need to combine your butter and your honey, or sugar, depending on which one you use. I'm going to use this little tool, which is usually used for like processing meat, but I find it incredibly handy when chopping the softened butter and combining it with the honey. That is very sweet and buttery. So I'm combining this in a bowl until they're both generally one good consistency. And now that I have that set and they're a nice even consistency, what we're going to do is we're going to add the flour. Now we need 2 cups of flour, but I'm only going to add in a cup at a time just to manage mess. Now as you can see, I've made a little bit of a mess here, but that's okay because that's what cooking is. You make a lot of messes, but you have fun doing it. So what we want to do is when you get like this, when it gets to this kind of consistency, what you want to do is this is where you're going to have to make a mess and use your hands. That's why you always need clean hands when you cook. All right. So now as you're going, you're going to feel all these different little pads of butter. You're going to want to just tamp those down and combine them with the flour. It's going to get all over your hands, but that's okay. Because what is life without a little bit of mess? Now we add in the 2nd cup of flour and we continue to combine. So yeah, we're combining the flour and the butter to get a nice even dough consistency. I'm excited for this. This is going to be really good. And it's all over my fucking hands, which is fine. Oh. Legolas, distract the people while I take this off of my hands. Add in a little bit of flour. You want to get this to a nice even dough. You want it to be a consistent one fat dough. You don't want it to be too sticky. See, we're getting there. We're almost there. Just a bit more flour and some more kneading of it. All right, so now we've got the dough at a good consistency. It's still a little sticky, but I think it's ready for kneading. So for those of you who haven't kneaded before, what you need is a clean surface and some flour. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flour our surface really quick. We're just gonna take some flour and just kind of knead it over, and just kind of soften it up. This works really better with wooden surfaces, but in a pinch, just a countertop will do. It's sticking to my hands is what it's doing. It's not kneading the countertop. All right, so now it's time for kneading. And what you want to do is you want to just make it a nice consistency. Kneading it really just helps lock everything in. So as you can see, some cracks are starting to form. That's just because it's just a little dry. There's just a little too much flour in it, but that's fine. It's not going to really affect the taste too much. Hey everybody, Dag here. For some reason the audio decided to cut out and have a sharp drop in quality. I don't know what happened, and I did my best to fix it in post. I'm so sorry, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Extra flour is in there because we floured the tabletop. Now I usually have to factor that in because I like to be precise with my measurements. But the only reason we really flour the tabletop is so that it doesn't stick to the tabletop. It also helps incorporate it so that it dries a little faster. And we don't want it to be too sticky. Right now, see, it's got the consistency of Play-Doh. It kind of looks really nice and it's really fun to mess with. It's very satisfying. Oh yeah, it smells really sweet. Here, you wanna slap it for me? Come on, give it a good. Oh yeah, just.
Come on, sport, let's play some catch.
Hey, sport, you ever play? You wanna go? Let's go have a catch in the front yard. It's currently 4 in the morning. There's no wrong way to do this. Actually, that's wrong. There's a billion wrong ways to do this. So now that this is all nice and kneaded, it's been about 5 minutes. We want to take it and roll it out on a buttered cookie sheet. Now this cookie sheet isn't buttered, it literally just came out of the washer, so it's a little warm and wet. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna dry this off really quick. So now we're just gonna take some more butter and we're gonna butter this cookie sheet. I've got butter all over my hands. All right, so now we have our dough and we're gonna just kind of put it on our cookie sheet, our buttered cookie sheet. And I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm just gonna use my hand. You wanna make it about a 1/2 inch thick. This is exciting, isn't it? And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a butter knife. Well, we're gonna take a regular knife first. And we're going to cut it into squares. And then you're gonna take your knife and just score them. Alright, so after you're done with that, you just shove this bad boy in the oven that you have had preheating for about 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, I'll see you in then. So it's done. We're gonna pull this guy out of the oven now. Ooh, look at that. That's exactly what we want it to look like. And and now we just gotta let it settle. Alright.
So our Lembas bread just came out of the oven.
Just came out of the oven. We're gonna try it. This is gonna be the first of it that we try.
Dink and sink.
Dink and then sink.
That's a cookie. Like a biscuity cookie.
We've essentially made a biscuit. It's good.
It's good.
It's
kind of
sweet.
dry.
Well, yeah, dry, but like, yeah.
Am I in the spot? You should tell me.
I don't know.
YouTube. So there we go. We made Lembas bread. It was a flavor.
It was either good or bad. It was
good.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. Please sure to follow us on Twitch on twitch.tv/ChanceOfRain and me at twitch.tv/HouseMac.
Check us out on Twitter. Check out our merchandise on Teespring and Designed by Human. Yeah, it's still running.